Well folks, hello there. I'm Jason. Here we are at the Haven and this is Burns Night 2021. We've got a great lineup for you this year. We've got some familiar faces and friends from afar. And whilst we can't be inside all together at the Haven, we can be outside. So we're going to go from Boston and beyond and bring you a Burns Night like no other. So settle back and enjoy a feast of poetry, song and dance from our good friend Robert Burns. Slangiva.
Hi, I'm Elias Alexander. I've been playing at the Haven Burns Nights for about 5 years, and I'm going to play a tune in honor of all the frontline healthcare workers who have gotten us through this very difficult time.
Addressed to a Haggis by Robertson. Fair far your honest, sonsy face, great chieftain o' the pudding race, aboon the my attack your place, painch, tripe, or thurm. Well, you're worthy o' grace, as lang's my arm. The groaning trencher, there you fill, your huddies like a distant hill. Your pen was held to mend a mill in time o' need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife, see, rustic, labour decked, and cut you up wi' ready slicked, trenching your gushing entrails brick like ony ditch, and oh, what a wondrous, glorious sight. Warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn, ye stretch and strive, deal tak the hindmost, on they drive, till a' the whilst will kites belive are bent like drums, and all good men, maist like to rave, bethink it hums. Is there the all is French ragout, or olio that would make her sue, or fricassee that would make her spew with perfect scunner, looks down with sneering sconfy view on sick of dinner. Poor devil, see him o'er his trash, as feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank, a good whiplash, his knee a knit, through bloody flood to a field to dash, oh how unfit. But mark, the rustic, Haggis fit, the trembling earth resounds his tread, clapping his wallied knee a blade, he'll make it whistle, and legs, and arms, and necks, he'll sned, like taps at thistle. Ye powers, will make mankind your care, and dish them up their bill of fare. All Scotland wants, nae jouts and lies. So, if you wish a grief prayer, gie a Haggis! Gie a Haggis. Stand you up.
Hello everyone, my name's Pete. I'm here in Edinburgh on a cold and snowy night in January, and my good friend Jason in Boston has asked me to put together a short video on this subject, Robert Burns in Edinburgh. So what you're going to see really is just a quick walking tour to give you a bit of a flavour of the Edinburgh that Burns used to know, some of the places he visited, some of the streets he walked along and so on, and at the end we'll have a quick look at the Burns Monument on Calton Hill. I'd have loved to have shown you a lot more, but unfortunately because of COVID restrictions the galleries, the museums are all closed at the moment. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and whatever you're doing for Burns Night, hope you're having a great time. Slanjava.
it's Karen here, wishing you the very best as you celebrate Robert Burns with the Haven. I'm going to recite 2 verses of A Fond Kiss, a song Robert Burns wrote about the brutal heartache of unrequited love. This was for his Nancy and for all of us who have experienced indescribable loss. Fare thee weal, my first and fairest, fare thee weal, my best and dearest. Thine be like joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love, and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groan I'll wage thee.
Greetings all, Graham here, formerly from Edinburgh, Scotland, or as the bard would call it, Scotia's darling seat. Now, as you can see, in warm and sunny California. So just wishing everyone at the Haven and the extended clientele the very best for Burns Night. Hope it's a safe one. Some years ago, under the pen name of Craig Meggie, I wrote a novel called The Keystone of the Bridge, which of course takes its name from the epic Burns poem Tam O'Shanter. As I only have 2 minutes, I'm not going to repeat the whole thing, but maybe just to take a couple of lines from that. And in this troubling times of COVID, we cannot meet with our drouthy neighbours and enjoy some reaming swats. But let's hope for 2021 that over all of life's ills you will be victorious. Slange.
Good evening, The Haven. Good evening, Boston. My name is David Robertson, originally from Glasgow in Scotland, now living in Adelaide, Australia. In the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to begin by acknowledging the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians on the land on which we gather, and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today. I'm on the top of Montefiore Hill, which is just outside of the Adelaide CBD. You can see the hills to my right and the Adelaide Oval to my left. It's summer here, a balmy 80 degrees today. It's expected to be 100 degrees on Burns Night, so we'll all be roasting. The 25th of January is unusual in Oz, not just because it's my birthday, but also it's the day before Australia Day, which is a big national holiday. This year it's the 233rd anniversary of Captain Cook landing in Australia. On Australia Day in Adelaide, there's a one-day cricket international at the Adelaide Oval, and this year there'll be a few thousand there to watch Australia versus India. Back to why we're here, Burns Night, a special day for me. In case I haven't mentioned it already, it's my birthday. My grandfather loved Burns. He always recited to a Haggis at the local bowling club, and after that he would invariably recite the whole of Tam O'Shanter, which lasts about 30 minutes. So I'm sure he bored everyone senseless. So here we go, here's the full 30-minute version of Tam O'Shanter. Just joking, I'll give you the shortened version. So, here's the first 2 verses which set the scene for Tam's wild chase from the Cutty Sark, which is the witch with the short skirt. Got to get myself in character, hold on. That's better. So, apologies to the Burns purists. This is I'll give you the modern day translation so that we all have half a chance of understanding what the hell he's on about. When the peddler people leave the streets and thirsty neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the road home, while we sit boozing strong ale and getting drunk and very happy, we don't think of the long Scots miles, the marshes, waters, steps and stiles that lie between us and our home, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. The truth finds honest Tam O'Shanter, as he from Ayr one night did canter. Old Ayr, which never a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses. O Tam, had you but been so wise as to take your own wife Kate's advice, she told you you were a waster, a rambling, blustering, drunken boaster, that from November until October, each market day you were not sober. During each milling period with the miller, you sat as long as you had money. For every horse you put a shoe on, the blacksmith and you got roaring drunk on. That at the Lord's house, even on a Sunday, you drank with Kirkton Jean till Monday. She prophesied that later soon you would be found deep drowned in Doon, or caught by warlocks in the murk, by Alloway's old haunted kirk. And it goes on from there. If you don't know the full story, it's a hard lesson for anyone out there thinking about getting drunk and chasing lassies. All that remains to say is have a brilliant Burns night. I hope the neeps and tatties are going down well. It's my favourite food in the world, so I'm very jealous of you. Here's to a great Burns night and a great 2021 at the Haven.
My name's Jim Muotone, and I join you through the miracle of modern technology from the village of Busby, just outside of Glasgow. And I come to share with you my favourite Burns poem, The Slave's Lament. The one's beautiful, and at the same time horrific, when you think that Burns, in this poem, empathises with the life of a slave, but he himself, like many people trying to better themselves in mid-18th century Scotland, chose to get involved in the vile slave trade. Burns himself was only stopped from taking up a job in a Jamaican plantation as an overseer as a result of the success of the publishing of his poetry. This is the slave's lament. 'Twas in sweet Senegal that my foes did me enthrall, for the lands of Virginia, Virginia, oh. Torn from that lovely shore, must never see it more, and alas, I am weary. I am weary, oh. All on that charming coast is no bitter snow and frost, like the lands of Virginia, Virginia, oh. Their streams forever flow, their flowers forever blow, and alas, I am weary, I am weary, oh. Their streams forever flow, their flowers forever blow, and alas, I am weary, weary, oh. The burden I must bear, while the cruel scourge I fear, like the lands of Virginia, Virginia, oh. And I think of friends most dear, with a bitter, bitter tear. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh. Slaves lament. And all the best to you and the Haven in 2021.
When o'er the hills the eastern star tells but in time his need my joy, and us in free the furrowed fields return say thou and weary, oh. And by the burn where scented birds you are hanging clear, Joe. I'd meet thee on the leading, my ain kind deity. The hunter loves the morning sun to rouse the mountain deer, Joe. At noon the fisher he takes the glen, down the barn to steer, my Joe. Give me the hour of gloaming grey, it makes my heart say cheery, to meet thee on the leading, my ain kind deity. At midnight hour in Marcus Glen, I'd rove and now be weary, oh, if through the glen I gave to thee my ain kind deity, oh. And though the night were ne'er sae wild, and I were ne'er sae weary, I'd meet thee on the leading, my ain kind deity. And though the night were ne'er sae wild, and I were ne'er sae weary, I'd meet thee on the leading, my ain
Wow, traveling around the world's pretty tiring, huh? I think I need a drink. So, I've poured a dram. Slanjava, folks. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody involved in the making of that video. All around the world, amazing, great talent on display there. So thank you, everybody. I also want to thank the Haven team who have contributed in the last year immensely with great energy and without any sort of problems whatsoever. Been fantastic. Next, of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for showing up, participating in events, dining in, dining on the patio, ordering takeout, and of course, buying gift cards. This has all helped keep the Haven going and rolling on like we have done over the last 10 years. So thanks to that. 2020 wasn't so bad. We celebrated our 10th anniversary, of course. We also won the Best Burger in USA. I was going to say Boston there. Best Burger in USA. Great accolade during the pandemic. So fantastic things to celebrate. Without further ado, let's raise a glass to going forward into 2021 and continuing the Haven vibe through the next year with many plans and good offerings afoot. Let other poets raise a fracas about wines and vines and drunken Bacchus, and crabbit names and stories rack us. and greater luck. I drink the juice, Scotch Berg and Macus, in glass or jug. Slanjava. Here's to you, and here's to you. Goodbye, everybody. Cheers.